Why Anakin has high ground?
Because it winds people up and it makes me laugh.
You already figured it out.
Awesome. I don't need profile.
No. And the whiter one is the higher one. The higher one is Anakin?
Yeah.
Anakin has the high ground.
No fluff.
What is this absurdity? Awesome. So we got a blue one and a yellow one. Awesome. Cool. So here we go again. So as you can see, you already have seen it properly in the list. We have Julian Hood, well-known player, very good player from, actually he's from Australia, living in England, playing for the XTC team in England as well. Having quite success with his list this X-Wing season, year, whatever. So next to me, Thorsten, my co-host for this round. Great to have you here.
Thank you very much.
So let's get back to the table. So we have 2 gold scoring. One is yellow, and one is blue. I think. Is it?
Yeah, it looks like it's blue.
It is. No, yeah, blue. Good. The Jedi's, the whiter one with the green, oh, let's mark him here. Green is Anakin. He has the high ground. He's on more bases, which is absurd.
It's supposed to be the other way around.
Yeah. So he is green, and Obi is red. So, good. We have that on stream. Awesome. So we don't, dice camp is in the way for now. Okay, so, yeah, great to have you here. Like I said, always good to have somebody commentating with me so that I don't have to do all the work myself. Especially after having a short night.
Yeah. I'm afraid I can attest to that.
So, heightened perception is wrong. Yes, that is absolutely wrong. Wait, let me take a look at the list again and let me update that. That is wrong. We have sense here. We have this. Always good that we have chat paying attention. Cool. No,
the colors went away.
No, it's right. I'm gonna do them again. Anakin was green. Obi is red. One GST is yellow. And one is blue. Was it blue?
Yes, it was blue.
Good. Now we got it. Okay. The list that Julian is playing, probably most of you are familiar with. The list from Piotr is quite an interesting list. We have seen it a couple of times here in Germany, and people from other countries adapting to it as well. Quite interesting. We have Rear Admiral Shiranu, Lone Wolf, Vader Crew, Jet Rod, Proximity Mine, Shield Upgrade, and Dauntless, and Whisper with Duke, Passive Sense, and Fifth Brother and stuff. Passive Senses is new. Came with the latest wave, and I think that is time in the round. Let's start the timer then. Good. And which lets you decide to do the actions at the start of engagement, I think, with passive sensors, is that correct? And then you can choose either to take a target lock or calculate.
I think it is when the ship activates during the engagement phase.
Yeah.
So not at the start of the engagement phase.
Okay.
So it basically allows Whisper to take a target lock, what she couldn't do otherwise.
Yes, that is correct. And if you have watched the first game that we streamed, the Top 32 game, you know what Jadro does, quite a nice mechanic. So you can choose a template, one straight or one of the banks, the one banks, to do a red boost during the system phase, and all of your ships, so in this case Shirano and Whisper, can do that boost in the system phase.
They have to use the same direction though.
That is correct.
So you basically pick one of the boost maneuvers, and then for each ship in your list, you have the choice if that ship executes that boost maneuver or not.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure, is it even red, or can you just do the boost?
The boost is red. You do a red boost with Jadro.
Yeah, red.
Matt Swagger, cool tokens. Yes, they are awesome. Julian brought his own streaming tokens, which is also cool. Our streaming tokens are from Scruffy Looking Laser Brain. You can get some nice acrylics from him on this website. After this round, I will give away a €25 gift card for his online shop. So we have in the upper left corner OB accompanied by the Torrents going through that flank, and Anakin staying on the other side of the board. So this was the Jadgerot. Was it the Jadgerot boost now? Because of the stress he took? I think so. Yeah, so now we have the... So in this early phase, we already have seen the Jadgerot boost. And he chose, you don't have to do them with all your ships. So he can choose to do the boost with the same bearing with Whisper, but you don't have to. What also pretty interesting is with this list, when you do the Jadgerot boost with Whisper as well, you can choose first to decloak, then do the Jadgerot boost, or first do the Jadgerot boost and then decloak, which gives you lots of options.
Because it's all happening in the system phase.
Yes.
So there's a question in the chat if the passive sensor token recharges, and yes, it recharges every round. You can do that every round.
Yeah.
It's not a one-off effect. So we're seeing Piotr taking the center of the map, while Julian is still skirting the edge. And
turning his torrents in now.
Yeah, but still keeping Obi-Wan on the outside.
Yeah, able to flank.
So he has not committed to anything. Basically, all options are still open. Same thing with Anakin. And so we're seeing the obstacle setup also will probably lead to the battle being fought in the middle to the left side of the board.
Yeah.
Because only gas clouds are there. On the right hand side we see the rocks. And I guess most ships are happier with only gas clouds being around.
Yeah, especially the Decimator likes him, I guess. Not caring, going over them. And even if you go over them and then bump with the Dauntless title, you still can get an action, even though you went over an obstacle.
You're just skipping the action that you would get in your action phase.
Yes, but...
any other actions you might get from any other effects, you still get them.
Correct.
Also, we see that most ships on the table have the Force at their disposal. So skipping the action is not as bad as it may seem at first glance.
Yeah, that is correct. Uzan, thanks. Always happy to do this live streaming. The ticker is quite cool. I will put the link in the chat. Where do we have this? This is not for today. was only for Swiss, but you can see here on this link. Wait a second. You get the challenge, so you can see who went to top 16, who's playing whom, and who already made top 8.
So we're seeing the rear admiral presenting his side arc,
Yeah.
trying to give the Torrens a broadside. What we can't see right now is that there is in fact a gas cloud right next to the admiral. I'm not sure if he clipped it. No, probably not, because he took a reinforce. And it looks like both of the Torrens are still in the front 180 arc.
Yeah.
So no flanking rule.
No. So reinforce works.
Yes.
Other thing is for Obi-Wan, if he gets in range, which he does now, I guess. So there, his reinforce won't work. But with Whisper coming in, he might have some problems on the other side.
Well, Whisper's still pretty far away, and she already moved. So at best, it's
Yeah, maybe for next round, I mean.
Well, Obi-Wan is so squirrely, and Whisper has to fly before Obi-Wan.
Yeah, you're right. I don't. The thing is, like, I don't know what the bid is on Julian's side. 97. Let me take a look. It is only 2. Okay, 2 points bid.
And on the Empire side?
I think it's 200 full. No,
Ah, so
190. So,
they had the dice off in the beginning.
interesting. So Piotr has initiative. If he's moving first, correct?
Yeah, he's first play.
Good. I put that in the overlay.
Alright, we're getting a range 2 shot in from Anakin. And in the dice box we see the points of the list. It's probably not the purpose of the dice box.
So 2 damage on. I heard something about 2 damage.
It is difficult to
You
see.
keep
with
an
the sheet of
eye,
paper.
and I put the paper away. Just put this away because it's in the dice. Okay.
Alright, so it looks like Whisper activates, she has taken passive sensors, now took a target lock on,
So 3 hits from Whisper on.
or it is Shirano, I can't say. Alright, let's see.
I'll probably just do an update, go to the table after this combat phase, and see who took damage where. So Obi in bullseye, so he gets the focus from calibrated laser targeting. That is a crit.
1. So 2 shields.
So 2 shields. Oh, we can see the shields. He lost 4
right.
shields on Shirano.
Yeah.
And the torrents haven't yet shot, they will do so now, but each torrent can do a maximum of 1 damage.
Yeah.
So I need to be past the centre line to stop the reinforce, right?
Yeah.
Why yeah, sorry. 2 dice.
No problem.
2 hits.
2 hits, which means evaded.
Yep.
Next one.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I can spend 4, so 1.
Yeah. Because of the reinforce, why would you spend 4? Well, makes no difference at all. But that is the last shield gone on Shirano. Oh no! nice spell.
And there she goes. We knew it was not range 3.
No, she was.
It was slightly outside,
Okay, that's good.
So really.
because otherwise the target lock would have landed on Obi-Wan, not on the rock.
Yeah,
So I guess they got that position
yeah, looks good.
pretty well.
So I will check if there was any damage
Julian ships.
on the other sides. Ich guck nur wegen Damage.
No sheets.
Yeah, I got that. Did it happen anything else except for Shirano losing his shields? Okay, good.
He defended it.
Okay.
That's what Jedi's do.
Alright, so currently Julian's list took no damage at all,
No.
I assume.
So we got that straight. Nothing happened except for Shirano losing his shields.
So Shirano's pretty much where he wants to be, right in the middle of things, but he can only do that for a couple of turns before he goes up in smoke. So probably now's the time to bring Whisper in
Yes.
and try to dish out as much damage with Shirano as you can. And since he did the Jedra boost last turn and you need 2 charges,
Yes.
he can't do it this
No.
turn.
I was thinking he did the Jedrot quite early for, I don't know the exact purpose, put him in a position to go by the rock, but would have come in handy now, maybe.
No, I guess that's pretty much what he wants. You go ahead, you bump one of the ships that threatens you. You get an action anyways,
Yeah.
and 1 less shot incoming. And if you can manage to still keep the enemy in your arc, then this is precisely where you want Shirano to be.
So interesting to see. Quite not sure if Shirano has arc on the yellow trooper or not.
Looks like probably not, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
We'll see if
he needs his action
to rotate the arc.
to
Yeah,
rotate
right.
the arc. He can also gamble and leave the arc where it is.
So here comes the Dauntless title, reinforce the front.
And hope for Obi-Wan to have dialed in a maneuver that will keep Obi-Wan in the side arc. And that's precisely what's happening. So Obi-Wan is trying to engage Whisper.
And now boost barrel roll. Just barrel
Well,
roll.
he could have boosted barrel roll to avoid Whisper entirely.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking.
But he opted for the aggressive option and got Whisper in his bullseye, so that CLT triggers. And it is quite tempting because that is potentially an attack with 4 hits, and 4 hits is exactly what you want against Whisper with the stealth device.
Yeah.
If only one ship is shooting at Whisper, oftentimes you don't even need to bother.
Yeah.
He rotated back up, but he was out. He's in now.
You make a health move, yeah?
Yeah, it's fine. So,
Right, they're debating whether that's in arc or not.
Take one.
We'll see in a second.
So I think the yellow one is taking 1 damage because of Vader crew. Yeah.
If that happens, then it must be an arc because beta only works in arc.
Yeah, I think that it was what they were debating. So we got that one.
And then you can either try to shoot the focus of Obi-Wan, who will just take another one.
So
it's
this
crit and Lone
is
Wolf?
Lone Wolf, that is 1 hit and 2 crits.
So that is a shot at yellow.
That is 1 evade.
Players doing a mediocre job of keeping the dice in the dice box.
1 crit, damaged engine.
Whisper is using target lock and target locking Obi-Wan.
Okay.
Passive
Passive
sensors
sensors.
on Whisper. Interesting choice.
Spending target lock.
Okay, using the target lock for all 3.
Oh, not relying on the
Changing
force
from
there.
force, yeah.
Okay, and 5th brother for the crit.
3 green dice here.
Let's see.
1 and I see 1 focus and he takes 1 shield on Obi.
Alright. That will give Whisper a second evade token.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
still
Now shot on Whisper, there is the focus for the calibrated laser targeting.
still a very dangerous situation because if that is 4
Got
hits
3 dice, stealth device, yeah.
That is
and that
and 1
is
evade
ample.
dodged.
Whisper with a stealth device is a pain.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's very, very difficult to get through. You
So-
need basically 4 dice attacks. And even if you get a 4 dice attack, as we just saw, and you need to convert them all to hits otherwise.
So 1 damage from the gold squadron trooper into Shurino. And seems like we're back to dials.
So, map is getting back in focus. So interesting situation here because we have a stress cheer now, so he cannot use the Jedorah boost, although that should have been recharged by now.
Yeah.
He can use it on Whisper if he wants to, and both Torrents are in pretty acceptable positions. They have a K-turn, they have a 2 Talon roll, so if they want to keep guns on Shirano, they are probably both able to do that.
Yeah.
The yellow one maybe not, but the blue one for sure.
What you could do is like do the 2 Terran roll to the right with the blue one, and do hard maneuver, bank maneuver, and barrel roll evade for blocking the next one.
The problem is that you don't really want to block Shirano. It doesn't really help you.
It does not, but it helps the yellow one because he cannot get shot, and he's the one who is damaged. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but probably
Or you
I
think?
probably would just K-turn the blue one, fly the yellow one into Shiranu. Try to block Shiranu with a R2 or something like that. Anakin being out of the game, but being a super nimble Jedi, he won't stay out of the game for long, so
Yeah.
probably we'll
Absolutely.
see a hard turn with Anakin coming in again. And Obi-Wan, since Whisper will probably decloak, it would be a risky move to do the 2 sloop in either direction.
Yeah, absolutely.
He can do a long K-turn, that would be rather difficult to counter for Whisper. And it's probably the safest option right now.
Piotr's got a really cool paint job on his ships.
Yeah, and matching dials.
Yeah. Here comes the decloak from Whisper.
Yeah.
Forward.
So we'll see if Whisper switches targets here and tries helping finishing off the Yellow Gold Squadron Trooper.
Yeah.
Already having stripped the shield on Obi-Wan is that's enough because you can't recharge. So you don't have to be aggressive and keep pressure on Obi-Wan all the time.
Make it like
It's a bit of a different story once you engage Anakin, since the R2 astromech will help him regenerate 2. Oh, and he has spare parts canisters, so that is a potential 3 extra shields that he can regenerate.
Yeah.
So once you start stripping shields of Anakin, you probably have to keep the pressure on him, because otherwise he'll just fly away.
Yeah.
And there's the K-turn for blue. Right as we said, probably the best maneuver for that ship. Not sure what yellow did.
Only just one bang.
Well, then he would have already bumped into Shirnu. We must have missed it. So Whisper falling over for the second time. Not sure if that's a bad omen.
Drunk Whisper.
Did you see Whisper yesterday night at our table? Because if she was there, then she's probably still hungover.
I guess so, yeah. Getting up tomorrow, getting up this morning at 8 AM was quite difficult.
I won't comment on that.
Markham, thanks for following.
And we'll see. And yes, it is probably the long K turn.
Yeah.
Can't see the template.
4K.
So took the short of the 2 K turns, but still K turn none of the sloops, because Whisper could have decloaked to the side and come in with a hard 1. And we see Anakin entering the battlefield again, making sure to stay on Shirnu's arc. And now
Alex, thanks for the sub. It's great.
in a pretty decent position.
for sure. So I can here.
So the barrel roll got him back into Whisper's arc and probably in range, but there's a gas cloud in the way, and no way Whisper is gonna take the shot on Anakin.
Yeah.
So Whisper is shooting to him. Ah, yeah.
So Anakin shooting first,
My whole
probably into the.
Well, sure enough.
2 damage.
So that is 2 into Shirano.
Whisper 4 dice.
Oh, there is reinforce. I'm not sure if that was already deducted.
So hit crit into the yellow one.
Yep.
And
So Shirano
hit
is shooting
crit.
to the second current.
So it looks like
Yeah, just 2.
So yellow one's
32.
gone. So the blue one takes 1.
One.
And 1 into Shirano. Good.
so. Shirnu almost down to half, and this is the difficult decision when you're facing a list like Julian's. Are you first burning through the scrub ships, through the V19s?
Yeah.
But it will take you some time. It will take you some damage that's incoming.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if Whisper would be enough to solo 2 Jedis.
No, I don't think so. Especially not with Anakin moving after, or both moving after,
moving after
her. And with such maneuverable ships like the Deltas are, that is really, really, really difficult. Whisper's got some tricks up her sleeve, but still quite hard.
So the interesting thing is that Anakin can't really follow Shiranu next turn. And the reason for that is Shiranu having proximity mines.
Oh yeah.
And So Anakin will probably have to disengage, or Julian forgot about the proximity mines, which would be good. So it looks like the Admiral is still stressed, so again, no pre-boost. And in that situation, it is probably also not really necessary.
So Anakin and Obi are in a very good position.
Obi-Wan certainly is. Anakin probably, and we'll see if we see a proximine right there, and he's taking up the one template, so there is the proximity mine as predicted.
No surprise.
Gosh, he's got a nice token for that proximine.
Oh yeah.
Gotta do it. So that's all your system?
Yep.
Julian probably anticipated this,
Yeah, I think so.
so no need to go after Reg.
It is still important to put the proximine there,
Yes.
just in
Yes.
case, because only 8 health left on Shirnu, and you really don't want Anakin moving up your tailpipe all the time.
Yeah.
Senses. One bang.
So this probably means that he will have to rotate the arc. No, still
Oh.
hoping for the pot shot at Obi-Wan in this case.
So we'll probably see a barrel roll to get that bullseye lined up on Shirno.
And it is also a bit risky because there is, well, the reinforced rear will basically help you against the GST shot, but rotating the arc to the rear would have helped you to kill the GST, also denying him the shot. And I'm not sure if Whisper alone will be able to finish the GST off.
They are quite sturdy every time we play against them.
And
Yeah.
this is where we see the proficiency and the expertise of both these players, and of course Julian did not forget about the proximity mine,
Yeah.
dialed in the one heart to dodge it,
Yeah.
and
Even though if he would have gone fast with the forward maneuver, he could have probably gone past it, but quite risky. This is probably the best choice in this case.
So she's starting. Yeah, target lock.
so Whisper, having invoked passive sensors again, taking a target lock on the Gold Squadron, and we'll see.
So
For
Target
dice, needs
Target
the target
lock,
lock,
ooh.
and can keep the force for defense. Very nice. So what we don't want to see is double blank,
you can
but that looks like
hit crit,
just taking a hit in the crit.
Crit is direct.
direct hit.
And all of a sudden it would have looked like a
One
decent
more.
idea to have rotated the arc, because now that last one hit point that
Yeah.
we have on the GST,
So Obi-Wan.
that would be a juicier shot than a shot at Anakin or Obi-Wan.
One crit.
Why not use Vader?
Oh. Spend force, I guess.
That is a good question. Maybe because 2 incoming shots at range 3, and then you
Yeah.
may want to.
Yeah, you're
But
absolutely right.
Vader on Obi-Wan might have been worth it.
3. And
It is difficult to see.
I think he took another 3.
So we'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the Admiral.
So he's down to 5.
Yes.
No modification.
Range 2, I think so.
And we'll see the range 2 shot from, well, it might even be range 1. From the GST. And that is going to hurt.
Hit crit.
It's after you execute a maneuver, if you over
Stunned, is it, right?
And it is pretty much a inconsequential crit. I don't think that the rear admiral had any
unstressed.
running over rocks in his mind for the next couple of turns.
It's only for obstacles, not for
Not
bumping ships anymore.
so
Yeah.
you still can do your dauntless shenanigans without any fear
Yeah.
of taking damage from that crit.
Vader was out of range. Yeah, but the force. You could have used the force from Vader crew. And I don't think he chose to use the force, but maybe I didn't get it. I'm not sure.
And my assumption was he was keeping the force for defense because he had one defense die.
Yeah, you're right. You said that.
And
Correct.
so, but if you don't roll an eyeball, then well, can't be helped.
Which can happen. So,
So Shirnu probably now down to what is it, 3 health.
yeah,
It
probably is gone
I
next
wouldn't
round.
be super comfortable in Piotr's shoes right now.
No. So what are his options now? Turning hard in to the right side. Maybe trying to block Obi-Wan.
Yeah, that's probably it. But Anakin will come in with a hard 1 or a hard 2, be able to boost and take a focus or a target lock, and most probably finish off the rear admiral.
We heard someone
also-
screaming heroic in the background.
Also, the GST is still okay. So using the second proximity mine to kill the Gold Squadron trooper
he gets 1 damage anyway. He's gone.
doesn't
Even need to,
need to
roll
the,
for,
for extra damage.
Good. Less guns on target for Shirano.
It is still. I wouldn't say it's a waste, but you really. It hurts a little bit to put down the second proximity mine to kill a V19 with 1 hit point.
But with the chance of being gone after this round.
Yeah, sure. Now,
Why not?
I'm still reminiscing about, like, should he have turned the arc and just killed the GST? Because that range 3 shot at Obi-Wan, that was probably not worth it.
So there is the Jedrod boost, which Whisper did as well.
Much did Whisper?
No, didn't. But Whisper's stressed. Did he do a K-turn? I didn't get that. Did you get what which maneuver Whisper did?
No, but Whisper's
Or didn't she move yet?
well, Whisper's dial is still face down, but Shirano's is face up. So we are already past the system phase, so it can't really be. So it must be his regular maneuver can't really be the boost from Jedrod.
Yeah.
But maybe Whisper did.
Of course he mucked it up.
So let's see a blue bank 2 maneuver.
And it's passive sensors, of course.
Okay, uses passive sensors.
Obi-Wan?
Whisper making liberal use of that upgrade. I think he passive sensors every turn in this game so far. Obi-Wan
Interesting.
doing what Jedis do best when they're facing danger. Do 5 straight and just fly past.
What he could have done is boost in, barrel roll out.
And probably get a shot on Whisper.
Get a shot,
You can
and
still
not-
do that. You can do it also in that order.
Yeah,
And,
sure.
Yep, that works. So Obi-Wan successfully dodged the kill box that we see in the middle, both arcs spanning
Yeah.
a relatively large area, but Jedis are super fast, and even an area that size, they can fly across that with ease. Anakin turning in.
Could barrel roll to the right, out of range from Whisper, still getting a shot on Shirano.
Not sure that would be out of range though. Could also try to do a barrel roll left backwards and
Out of arc.
probably arc dodging Whisper and having both shots at Whisper,
Yeah.
which is something you really want to have, so you can crack that stealth device. Or maybe, because it's difficult to see from here, maybe he already has Whisper in arc, doesn't care about the incoming shot,
Yeah.
and just take a target lock.
Well, still got 3 shields. He's got regen, so nothing to worry about. Interesting is somebody in chat is writing this correct, broski. No decloak for Whisper next turn. Left side is blocked. Right side is, well, he could do it, but he won't do it over the proximity mine.
That would be a costly decloak.
Yeah.
Yes.
Forward is not going to happen because of the gas cloud. So
So that was a doubly smart move by Obi-Wan, blocking the decloak position and being able to be aggressive at the same time.
So this is another.
That was Anakin shooting at the Decimator,
Yeah.
getting another damage in.
Oh,
Decimator probably shooting back, only 2 hits. Anakin,
Lone Wolf
no
doesn't
Lone
work.
Wolf.
Yeah,
Anakin will shrug that off
yeah.
easily.
Target lock.
So target lock now
3 dices.
from Whisper, using the target lock maybe.
Target lock.
Yes, for
Yeah, 3
that
hits.
is what you want to see, and
Another force for nothing.
and no blanks at all on those defensive rolls, and that is infuriating for the attacking player.
Yeah. Now we got the range 1 shot from OB into Whisper.
Lucky for Whisper, it's
No.
not a bullseye shot, but that looks like Nettie's. And we have the force and an evade token, so nothing happening here. As we already said,
Spent the.
Whisper cannot decloak through the breathing.
interestingly, he chooses
Yeah.
to cloak, although he won't be able to decloak.
That is interesting. Yeah,
I mean-
Blender 78 stealth device on Whisper, like you mentioned earlier, is really good on her.
You are rolling quite.
Decloak ballsy or suicidal. You can call it whatever you want.
I mean, what's really hurting Whisper when if she should choose to decloak through the mine is not so much the damage, but the loss of the stealth device, because stealth device was changed from first edition to second edition. It doesn't require somebody to hit you.
Yeah.
It requires you to take
Just
damage,
take damage,
to break. And stealth device is Whisper's life insurance.
Yeah.
He cannot afford to lose that on a mine.
Absolutely not. So, what do you think? Probably see a hard 2 to the right side from Shirano. I mean, what's he gonna do? He cannot run. He cannot outrun Jedi's. Hoping for the best.
And the problem is that the hard 2 to the right side, it will make him be in a relevant position. He's probably not gonna shoot Anakin, because regardless of where he puts the arc, Anakin will still be able to dodge that. It's always a problem if the diagonal line is pointing roughly in the direction of the enemy and the enemy has boost and barrel roll.
But he wouldn't do it because he can just initiative kill. Sure, no. He's down to 2 hull, and he can just shoot on the decimator and he's gone with no shots coming back. Why arc dodge here?
Well, he needs 3 hits though.
That's right, because of the reinforce.
Exactly.
Which with force.
So we'll see Whisper
This
taking
is the hard
the
2.
evade
Yeah.
as an action, and we see the hard 2.
Fits nicely next to the rock.
Contemplating an action, but probably will have to do the reinforce. Because if Anakin just dialed in a 2 forward, he can be in either the front or the side arc, and still have a shot. So
Absolutely.
you either do nothing or you barrel roll boost straight.
So he's reinforcing the front. This is probably the sloop for Obi-Wan. Yeah.
But even so, it is again a 3 dice shot coming in, because that looks like bullseye.
There's the straight
There's the
2
straight.
forward.
Yes.
Climb through the
And since the arc is still turned sideways,
Yeah, but target lock force should give you 3 hits, and decimate is gone.
well, that's what I thought yesterday.
So target lock 4,
No, 2 crits.
2 crits. Yeah. So
And the rear admiral is no more.
yeah.
Shooting into Whisper. No
So-
bullseye.
Okay.
Just 2 dice.
It's a bit disappointing when you think that sheer no in the end
Spending force.
Very safe.
did some damage on the GSTs, and I can't remember who took the shield on Obi-Wan, but I thought it was Whisper. Might have been the rear admiral though, but you probably will have a very, very hard time winning that game now.
Absolutely,
with
yeah.
Whisper being on the board, especially against regenerating Anakin. You need 2 guns to keep the pressure up. And Anakin is expensive enough to just win the game as long as he outlasts
Yeah,
Whisper.
absolutely. So, by the way, thanks for 140 people watching, following us on Twitch and or YouTube. Much appreciated. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. That is a bomb on Obi-Wan.
So Whisper doing the right thing though, although Obi-Wan is probably the easier ship to crack. Not re-engaging on Obi-Wan because Piotr knows his win condition, his only win condition now is to keep Whisper and at least half point Anakin and Obi-Wan, or kill Anakin.
Yeah, correct.
No. Okay, Whisper, Anakin.
With target lock, of course.
So, did we miss the shot from Anakin? I think so, yeah.
That's crits.
Okay,
Played 1, 2 shots.
so 2 shields on Anakin.
Rest of turn.
So, and Whisper still got her stealth device, so seems to be that there was no damage dealt.
Zostały mu 3 życia, ale 3 kości, no i teraz...
Oh, by the way, there's one thing that I forgot to do. This is not the top 32. This is already top 60. Sorry for that. So,
And Whisper
doing the
on
candy
again.
cane probably.
You never guess the maneuver.
So Whisper doing the Whisper, typical Whisper move.
The candy cane.
Great action. Barrel roll is not getting here. Focus.
Not trying the passive sensors this time. Since passive sensors only triggers when it's your turn, and Anakin shoots before that,
Yeah.
you may probably want to already have that focus token.
Yeah.
So Obi-Wan literally running circles around Whisper there.
Yeah. Getting the lock for later. Anakin. Okay, interesting.
May be difficult. I'm not sure if a boost to the right and the barrel roll will get him out of arc. The barrel roll alone looks like it already did.
Setting up a target lock for later. Good morning to you as well. So today there were 32 people playing in the cut. Now 16 will take. Yeah, no region. Right. Interesting. He didn't region. He could have.
Obi-Wan?
No, Anakin.
It's quite good game for now.
Maybe you'll do it next turn.
Yeah, that's right. It was an opportunity he missed.
So no shots this round. Whisper chooses to decloak to the left.
Yeah,
Probably the safest move.
opening up that arc
Yeah.
makes it a bit more difficult to dodge the arc, but on the other hand, the Jedi usually can simply outrange it. It's the tricky part when fighting Jedi. You can either try to get close, but then you have a narrow arc and they can dodge it,
Yeah.
or you try to get them at range 2 or range 3 where your arc is much wider, but then it can be easily outranged. Which is one of the reasons why Anakin has such a premium price tag being Initiative 6,
Yeah.
because he gets pretty much perfect information all the time.
Absolutely.
And if you build up your list almost to 200, what Julian did, then sense is a very useful thing to have, because then you still have that knowledge.
Absolutely.
And we can probably see that right now. So we'll do the boost and outranged
I think
it.
he
And
didn't
maybe forgot to recharge
region again.
or not doing it on purpose, or doing it and we just missed it.
I'm gonna check.
Blue ones maneuvers. Blue maneuvers.
On bank, two straight, two bank, basically.
Landing closer to each other a few minutes, a few seconds ago.
Just resetting.
90. Thanks for following.
He did region 1 shield on Anakin.
Alright.
So he's got to back up.
And is down one of the R2 charges.
Correct.
That's a tiny click target you have there. Whisper probably changing targets again. Decloaking to the far outside and facing Obi-Wan.
Massive sensors.
She knows Obi-Wan has limited options because he's stressed. He will probably fly a green maneuver,
Yeah.
which in second edition of course is a blue maneuver. But and she even was bold enough to do passive sensors.
Oh yeah.
But oh yeah, it's not a problem. She shoots first.
Interesting. The force evade. Not seeing that quite often.
Well, Obi-Wan is 1 point away from half points.
Yeah.
And Julian doesn't need to damage Whisper to win that game.
No.
He just needs to keep Anakin above half points and Obi-Wan above half points. Or keep Anakin alive.
Even half points in Obi, Julian would still be ahead on points.
Yeah, sure. If you have both, then Piotr wins.
Yeah, juke.
So juking,
Spend 2 force and an evade.
spending 2 force and evade, no damage. Now the shot back from Obi.
Yeah, but this is not in bullseye, so
Yeah.
it is.
Plinky shot.
There's virtually very, very, very little chance of hitting. Piotr basically needs to triple black.
Did we miss the shot? Seems like it.
Yeah. Either we missed the shot or they didn't even take it. But triple blank would have been. Natty's on Obi-Wan and triple blank on Whisper should have been 1 damage. Or quadruple blank actually. It's range 3.
Did that happen?
No, but this is what needed to happen
Oh, so,
to
yeah.
make the shot count.
Okay.
It's a very, very tiny probability. So Whisper being confident that she has another turn without Anakin putting pressure on her, so she again turns into Obi-Wan.
Okay, good. I just turned off the sound for the notification for the following. Seems to be quite loud. Good.
And Obi-Wan doing what Jedis do if they don't know what to do and they don't want to risk the engagement. Doing a long straight maneuver and then just dodging the arcs. So this is interesting because what do you do with Anakin now? You can try to be aggressive, barrel roll in to have Whisper in arc, you can boost in to have Whisper in arc. At the same time, you don't really have anything to gain.
No.
Although it's a bit sad because there's still 20 minutes on the clock. The best strategy that you have is just not take damage.
Okay.
Alright.
So
choosing the interesting option.
Yes.
And to us, it looks like he did not dodge Whisper's arc here. But we'll see in a second if Whisper gets a shot.
Can you give me that thing over there? Yes.
No, it doesn't look like Whisper has a shot.
That looks like 3 hits. That looks like 3 rates. Is it cut arc? No. Okay. No shots coming from Whisper.
Yeah, probably the best option for Whisper is doing a candy cane to the left. Because that will make it difficult for Anakin to get an arc, although Anakin could probably just do a 2-sloop to the left, then have Whisper in his bullseye, use his ability to get rid of the stress, and then do a barrel roll to Arc Dodger again.
Yeah.
And that could be a possibility for Julian to finally crack that stealth device on Whisper.
Which is still out.
The other option that Julian has is obviously fly away with Obi-Wan, come back to fight another day, play it safe with Anakin. Also, Piotr could decloak to the front and try to fly away.
To our left, her right.
Oh, he does the candy cane to the left.
Okay. And to heart.
We don't know yet. But
Looks like
oh,
maybe he's
no.
K-turning.
No,
Oh.
he's K-turning.
yeah. At this point, yeah, you gotta get those points somehow.
Well, that at least makes it more difficult for Obi-Wan to get the shot.
Yeah, but you can just like barrel boost and still get a shot. Probably not get shot.
I'm not sure about the force situation, but Obi-Wan should still have plenty. I think Anakin is not full on force.
Now you can see that on the left side that there is 1 red force charge.
Yeah, right.
And
And we'll see a 5k, so
okay.
and then we see that not flying the candy cane was probably the right decision because Anakin would have had the ability to get rid of the stress right here.
Yeah.
And then take an extra action.
Spending 2 force for 3 hits.
And that
Oh.
is, since Whisper could not take the focus token, that is still not the end of the stealth device, but it strips Whisper of every defensive
Yeah.
measure that she has.
But stealth device still up.
Obi-Wan's shot is still incoming. Obi-Wan only doing a 2 dice attack, but modified. Whisper will defend with 3, not have any tokens, not have the force.
No shot from Whisper, which is unfortunate. And
I'm not sure what happened there.
oh, Whisper lost something. Shields. 1 or 2. Gonna take a look. Definitely gone is the stealth device.
And that is pretty much the point where Whisper is ripe for the picking.
I'm gonna check if she lost one or maybe two shields.
Ale i tak to w tym momencie jak nie trafił, to nie ma mi wejda, nie klokuje się, to już jest po wszystkim. Niestety. Właśnie mnie złapał. Bez gana.
Oh, she lost both shields.
So only 1 point away from half points on Whisper. And that just makes it even more difficult for Piotr. So trying to block Anakin's blue maneuvers.
Does he have a one forward?
No.
I never played Jedi's.
No, they don't. They have blue is the 1 bangs, the 2 forward, and the 2 bangs, and I think the 3 straight. And oh, that didn't work out as planned. Obi-Wan bumping into Whisper first, and Anakin bumping into Obi-Wan, and this means Anakin has a shot.
Okay.
Whisper will have one too, but that is a shootout you're not happy with.
So 1,
Looks like Whisper's taking
1, yeah. That's 3.
so Whisper hit something.
Yeah. Probably 1 shield.
No idea.
It's close, of course.
Take that as a given.
So the noise you just heard was Daniel almost toppling over the recording computer. But it looks like the stream is still running. It didn't fall over, but it fell apart.
It's working! It's working!
And yeah, the front fell off. So for everybody who gets that meme.
God, I turned the sound off for the follow notification. Why does he still make sound? Notifications. Oh, enable sound. Off. Now. It was off before. Take a look at that.
So with the whole computer coming apart, we lost a bit track of the game. So that was Obi-Wan moving, Anakin moving, and both are not in arc of Whisper,
Yeah, just getting a lock again.
who has bumped and no action. So dials for Piotr coming down very, very quickly. So he's desperately fighting the clock, but it would be a bit of a surprise if Piotr could come back from that situation
Yeah.
and beat Julian. Julian can now decide if he wants to come in again and finish the job,
Yeah.
or if he just wants to disperse his forces, run away for the last couple of minutes, and win safely.
Yeah.
Although for us as spectators, it would surely be much nicer if we saw a bit more fighting. Than
Yeah, that's great.
So Obi-Wan making a run for it, but in the direction of the proximity mine. He can't afford going across it, so getting in range 3. And now contemplating if he takes a focus action or if he takes a purple evade, and he will take a focus.
Yeah, and it can go
With,
going around the rock.
Yep. Oh. Adds a boost for good measure. If you're playing the merry-go-round, you pretty much want to be on the exact opposite side of the obstacle all the time. Then it is really, really difficult.
So
Good
that
attack roll
is-
from Whisper there.
Juke. Spending force and
Let's see.
taking no damage, it seems.
Well, it is 4 dice. Well, I guess you needed them to show three times speed, but apparently that happened.
Whisper continuing to hunt Obi-Wan.
Yeah, but and Obi-Wan even leaves in that direction. But on the other hand, behind the gas cloud.
Yeah. Thinking, I'm fine.
I'm not sure if that game needed gas clouds to be a thing,
Yeah.
like they are. So now it's a range 3 through a gas cloud shot. And there is very little chance that Whisper can pull off a successful attack here. Anakin coming around. I think it's very commendable that Julian A tries to stay in the fight, and
Yeah.
B puts his dials down very quickly. So he's not trying to stall the game in any way, shape, or
No.
form.
Really.
On the contrary, both players are still playing the game, and see if Piotr can swing it around. So we probably missed the shot. On the other hand, was very, very unlikely for that shot to connect.
Passive senses.
So Anakin coming in hot from the side,
Yeah.
trying to finish the job on Whisper.
Looks like spending the target lock for 1 hit. Got it. Well, looks like that was time in the round. A little bit behind. So, and Obi-Wan
There's
takes 1.
alright, so half points on Obi-Wan, not that
Blinded
it matters.
This region makes you the game, yeah? This was war.
And if I heard it correctly, time was called in the round.
It looked like it did.
So, and Julian was able to win this. No surprise after Shirano was gone, taking too much damage, and yeah.
And again, our 2 astromechs saving the day on a Jedi. Because if Anakin would have not been able to regenerate shields, he would have been half, and half points on Anakin and half points on Obi-Wan would have been less than a full Whisper. Although Julian got half points on Whisper as well, so maybe it didn't matter too
Yeah.
much.
Good. So that was top 16. Julian Hood approaching to the top 8. Thanks again for co-hosting and commentating on stream.
Thank you so much for having me. It was great fun.
Let's do some giveaways. So I think after this round, before the top 8 starts, we have a lunch break. I will inform you guys here when the top 8 is starting. Let's give away those, and because we have seen him here, we're gonna do this. We got something nice here. Do you already have this one? No, right?
Me? I don't have that one.
You want one?
Thank you very much.
You want one of these?
Very nice Kylo Ren card.
Yeah, Kylo Ren and Fanatical. So, for you,
So much.
for you, and this was our first patron card, which is pretty cool. Obi-Wan Kenobi, put it in here as well. And let's do something else. We got no Jedis here, I think, but we got. Let's take a look. Which one is this? No. Oh, let's do this one. Vader Crew, because it was on Shirano.
Ah, perfect.
Got Vader Crew again. So, card package of 4 cards. If you win, just write down your Twitch name and what you have won and your address, and I will ship it to you anywhere in the world. You have to write me an email at xwingshg
Oh, okay. I just got those.
gmail.com. You can write in the chat and then maybe you win. So I don't have to ship it to anyone. Awesome. Good. Giveaway. Okay, let's roll it. So if you want to win, write something in the chat and then you're eligible to win this nice card set. So, one. Right. And subscribe to our channel, then you can use those awesome.
There's my name in the chat. Am I eligible for winning now?
What? if you do this now,
No, Unser put my name in the chat.
okay, good. Excellent. So, you want to push the button? Push the button.
I'll push the button.
Roll it.
And go for it.
Okay, so we have a winner, Lee4416. Congratulations, you get those cards. Write me an email to xwingshg@gmail.com and then I will ship it to you. So then we got one for the German ones. You might know these, you might know the Edelweiss Aces team. They got some awesome cards. We have this one is really,
That one is brilliant.
really awesome. Suntia Fengel. Frank Fengel, on the place he played the first one I've got, managed to go to top 32. Suntia Fengel. We got the Thai Edelweiss fighter. Then we have Heinz Solo. Wow. Awesome. This is, yeah, that is a one card set, and also given away this one. Those.
Oh, now you're showing both backslides.
Those two, again, a card package. Good, and you have the honor to roll the button again.
Alright, let's see.
Alfric1066, I know that name. He's in like every Twitch chat from Weekend Warlords or something. He was always there. So, congratulations for winning. You get these shipped to you. Good. Let's do one more. This time I don't have something to show you in this case. But we have is a gift card for the online shop of scruffy looking Laser Brain, where you can get some nice acrylic token. 25 euro. Yes, you want that as well.
Yes.
Of course, write something in the chat. The more you write, and if you're a subscriber, the higher chance you have for winning something. So let's do something more. What we have here, some nice cards. So going with, oh, let's do this. And this. So some FFG cards. So we have the Grand Inquisitor from this year's Hyperspace Trial. We have Jessica Pava from this year's Hyperspace Trial. We got Luke Skywalker, FFG Alt Art. We have, what are you laughing at?
The chat.
Blue Squadron, and going with that, a 25 euro gift card for the scruffy looking Laser Brain online shop for your acrylics, templates. He engraves your templates with the lines you need. So let's see who wins that. After that we will do a short break. Gonna eat something. Good, okay. Juliana?
No, you will have to be silent.
Oh, you entered. Okay, no. So, no cheating here. Good. Let's see. Bongla! Flo, you won a 25 euro gift card and these cards.
Congratulations.
Good. So, if you have won something, write down your Twitch name, what you have won, and your address to xwingshg@gmail.com, and then I will ship it to you anywhere in the world. So, we will see you guys, well, you will see us, me, whatever, in, I don't know, maybe half an hour or something. I will put it into the start screen, and then we will be back with the top 8. All right. So, see you.
Bye-bye.